some of you know, I got the great method for dealing with cold callers. I pretend to be this really dim Devon farmer. And it started when a guy from some power company said, "How much are you paying for electricity?" I said, "Well, I'm not paying nothing, it's brilliant." He said, "Well, you must be." He said, "No, my brother was wiring up the farm next door, I've patched into him." Don't suppose you can match that, can you? He hung up, really. And it's going really well, because the other day, a guy, he said, "Excuse me, sir, how much do you pay for gas and electricity?" I said, "Well, I don't rightly know." He said, "Well, you must have an idea." I said, "No, it's like 2 different companies, isn't it?" He said, "You know you can get the same supplier?" And I said, "Well, thing is, one's like a wire, the other's a pipe. How do you do that then?" and you could see that he was facing like a quarter of an hour of his life. He said, "You can get the same provider for your gas and electricity." I said, "Well, yeah, but the thing is, one's like comes from the pylon over around, and the other comes through the ground in the gas. I don't know how it's going to fit, is it?" And he visibly said, "Oh, fuck this," and put this on. I'm sure he has a black mark against his... Anyway, have a bit of fun with the cold callers, it's great. Yep. It was Everest double glazing was the highlight. The lady said, "Would you be in need of replacement doors and windows?" I said, "Well, they might do, darling, I just broke in, didn't I?" She obviously thought she'd found Tiverton. She said, "What on earth do you mean?" I said, "Well, they're on holiday for 2 weeks, so I sort of forced my way in and did a bit of damage by the back door. Why don't you give them a call later?" She promised she'd phone back as well. And if she does, I'll be the other bloke. Oh, I'm living in a tent, wouldn't be any good, would it? This is not supposed to be a comedy set, was it? This land is barren and broken, scarred like the face of the moon, and our tongue is no longer spoken. These towns all around face ruin. Will there be work in New Brunswick, or will I find gold in the Cape? If I tunnel way down to Australia, then how can I ever escape? Where there's a mine or a hole in the ground, that's where I'm headed for, that's where I'm bound. Look for me under the load or inside the vein. Where the copper, the clay, where the arsenic and tin, running your blood again under your skin. I'm leaving the county behind, and I'm not coming back. Follow me down. So follow me down, cousin Jack.